How you doing, guys? In today's video, we're going to take a deep analysis of a FUT Champs game of a friend of mine who wants to make that extra push into Elite more consistently, and I'm going to show you his mistakes and improvements he can make right here in this video in FUT School. Hello my friends, welcome back to the FUT School. But if it's your first time here, my name is Don TV. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. If you do like this content, don't forget to drop a like on it as well. And the link to my Twitch is down in the description. We are going to take a nice deep analysis of my friend. His name's Simkin. He wants to see what he can do to improve on his FUT Champs games and to make that push into Elite more consistently. He has hit Elite already, but he wants to make that push so that he makes Elite every single week. So what we're going to do, we're going to go right over to the gameplay right now. All right, so it's a shame that we can't see Simkin's team, but from what I can see, I think he's got CR7. I have watched a few clips of the video beforehand, but not the whole thing. So not only am I going to show mistakes, I don't want to completely ruin my man Simkin's confidence, but also as well, I'm going to show you some things that he does very well. Also, and I know he didn't clip the whole game, so we're only going to go up to the 60 minutes. All right, let's stop that. I'm not gonna go too hard on Simkin. Right, so he wins the ball quite here. Right, he wins the ball. He's got options ahead of him. Now in these moments here, right, I'll tell you something. One thing you got to bear in mind is that you got to look and see where your passing options are. Right, he's got one here, another here, another here, and another here. Okay, so these are his passing options. He's got, obviously he wants to play forward, so he's got two ahead of him, and he wants to play forwards. The first thing I'm going to be doing is looking to see the space ahead of me. More than likely he's got Petit here. Now obviously there's a passing lane here. That's his only pass, but obviously that can be cut out. That can be quickly cut out by this defender here. But what I would do in Simkin's situation is to try and make a nice forward run in this position here, or at least move into that space to try and create an angle ahead of him. But obviously it's Bernardo Silva. He's not exactly the best in terms of speed, but at the same time he's got options either to dribble into the space here or dribble into the space here. But he didn't do that. So we're gonna play a few more frames and just see where he goes from here. So he gets the ball here with CR7. All right, so we decide to play forwards with CR7, which is okay. One thing you should not do. Now his back is going towards the goal. We're going to try and go forward just a little bit. His back is towards the goal. Now I know Simkin wants to play very fast, and the thing is in these areas here, because there's no one running there, because there's no one running in behind. Because there's no one running in behind in this area here, there's no need to rush the play. And plus as well, Ronaldo's CR7 has got his back to the goal. Now obviously with the new patch that's come out, any pass that you try to make with your back towards if you're looking in one direction here and you want to make a pass in this area here, it's got the power of the pass is going to be quite soft. What Simkin should have done is obviously held on to the ball, either play it to Sane, or just wait for more support to come in. But what he went and done, he played a pass in behind, probably a through ball, a backheel through ball, which is very optimistic. But at the same time, he ended up losing it. So what he should have done, what I would have done in Simkin's situation, I think hindsight, I will say this now, hindsight is a beautiful thing, because you can always say, well, I would have done this or I would have done that. But in these areas here, especially early in the game, you want to keep the possession, you want to keep the ball for quite a long time. One, to try and fill out your opponent, see what options are ahead of you, see how they're defending, but also as well, the longer you have the ball, the less likely your opponent is gonna score. So here he makes a back heel and he loses the ball quite early, and now his opponent can try and make a breakaway here. Now, what does Simkin do defensively? Okay, let's try and take that back. Let's take that back a little bit further. Now, in one of my previous videos, right, I've always said when you're defending, defend the space. Two things. One, you defend the space, which is here. Okay, that's the first thing you got to do as a defender. Second, you got to identify where the danger is coming from. As you guys can see, he has a defender, an attacker, ready to make a run. So he has to keep his eye on the play that he's controlling, because right now his player is out of position. All right, but also as well, He's got to see that, one, the space here is in trouble. He's got a player that can run into the space. He's got to try and stop that. What Simkin should have done in this situation here, especially when someone's making a run in behind, is to play a switch from this player here to this player here. So play a switch to this player. So we're going to call this person player A, and play a switch to player B. Play a switch to him, and then make an, and then, oops, sorry. There's our first mistake. Play a switch to him, and then move him into a space to cover that area there, and obviously he can see that the defender's going to make a run. Now, if you notice that the attacker's going to show his arm because he knows his opponent's actually triggered a run. So he's triggered a run, and he's going to make a run in there. He should have grabbed that player and run with him. Second man press so that this player here stays with the ball carrier, and he can cover the space. All right. Whether the ball makes it to the player or not, but you need to do your job to make sure that you're covering the space. But if you notice, what Simkin doesn't do is that he doesn't do that. He's got to try and cover the space. As you guys can see, what he did is that he didn't do that. He was player switching between the two players. He got caught in two minds, as we say in football, right? He got very much caught in two minds, and he was player switching between the two. And now, therefore, his opponent can make a pass in behind, and he gets caught out. But we're going to watch how Simkin actually defends this. But that's what you've got to make up your mind very, very quickly. The first thing you've got to do as a defender is know where, cover your space, keep the balance of your defense, and then pull your player into this position here. And pull your defender into this position here and cover the space that your opponent's trying to run in behind. All right, but we're going to keep an eye on what Simkin's going to do in this situation. So he makes ball over the top, does very, very well. So what Simkin does very, very well here is that he covers his mistake. So he makes a pass, but I think this is where the AI kicks in now. And I think this is very good for having a good defender like Diego Carlos, is the fact that the AI kicked in and covered the space that was there. So the AI kicked in, Simkin switched to him, managed to keep the ball, plays a very risky pass here. Again, for me, never ever pass across your goal. Rule in FIFA, rule in football as well. Never ever pass. There's no wrong or right way, all right? But just to be on the safe side, when you're making a pass, if you can, try and make a pass in this. Try and move into this area. You don't have to pass, but you can just try and dribble into this area. And he's got his fullback, Bisaka, however you say his name, in this space as well. But again, he didn't lose the ball, so there's no wrong or right. He didn't do the wrong thing, but it's just more risk when you play a pass, especially if the opponent was playing pressure on possession loss as well, or press on heavy touch. Simkin would have been in a lot of trouble there. Okay, and I got caught out in that area as well. Okay, so he makes a really good pass to his fullback, runs into the space, triangle pass. Nice triangle pass there from Simkin. He's thinking, still thinking, looking for the pass. Good. Now that is good. Now he's identified that Bernardo Silva's not exactly the fastest. He's got an area here. He's got an area here which he can run into, but he knows Bernardo Silva's not the fastest. And as well, that this defender that is in front of him is in a very, very good defensive position as well. So he knows Bernardo can't beat him. So Simkin's done very, very well. What Simkin done very, very well here is the fact that he's very patient. He's delaying his attack and looking for options, which he should have done earlier on with CR7. So he's waiting, looking for passing options, playing it back, recycling the play, looking for an opening, and he gets his shot away. That's unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate, and that was very, very good. That deserves a goal. That deserves a goal. And this time I'm going to replay that again. So what's Simkin done here? Oops, let's go a bit further back. So he gets the ball here with his fullback, plays it into Henderson to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva gets the ball. You can see that his player looks like his opponent's on the drop back. If I'm honest with you, yeah, his opponent's playing drop back. So what Simkin does, he's waiting, especially when you're playing against someone who's on a drop back. All right, the AI is not as strong. Apparently, the AI is not as strong. So when you're playing as someone who's playing the drop back, feel free to play the ball like Simkin's doing. Play the ball a bit more around the box and try and find a way through. And don't be so quick to play a pass. But he played a pass, nice to Sane, and got his shot away. And that is quite unfortunate as well. Could he have gone for near post with Leroy? No. I think he chose the right shot there. So defensively, what's he doing again? He makes the same mistake again. The same mistake again. Again, as you guys can see, remember earlier on we were talking about that. You've got to really notice. Look what the defender's doing at the top of your screen. When you see your opponent doing that, you can see he's checking a run. What Simkin needs to do, allow your opponent to have the ball. If he's going to make a pass in behind, this is where he wants to make the pass. This is the danger area here. If he wants to make a pass in behind, then fine, let your opponent have the ball. But you have to, with everything in you, you have to take the player that you're controlling and run with him. You've got to run with him and cover that area. You've got to cover the area that's behind you, because that's where he wants to play into. So you grab your player and you run with him. As soon as the ball carrier turns away from that pass, then you know you've covered it, and you can switch to probably Henderson here or another player. All right, but Simkin made another mistake, which could have cost him. So again, he makes the ball over the top. Thankfully, he's got Sergio Ramos. Again, his opponent is playing. Ooh, he's not playing the drop back. He might be playing about a 2 or 3 depth, but it looks like he's playing pressure on heavy touch. So he's got support ahead of him. Nice. Wan-Bissaka, I think he's got his fullback, so Wan-Bissaka makes a pass in behind. That's not bad. So Wan-Bissaka is coming into the box. He runs into the box. Wan-Bissaka is not a skiller, or is he? I can't remember if he's got a 4-star skills, because I know in real life he was a winger in real life. I don't know if EA have noticed that. But anyways, what he could have done is, again, in these areas here, there's 2 options here. All right, one could possibly lead to a goal. The other one less likely. All right, what he could have done is play a driven cross in this area to try and get a ball in this area. That's a poor little arrow, but a ball into this area to try and pass to Leroy Sané, because obviously you've got a nice little area here where he can play a ball into. We could do that very, very quickly. Or his second option is fake shot stop. That's a bit of a tongue twister. Fake shot stop, and then recycle. Oops. Fake shot stop, and then recycle back into this area here. Everything about football, FIFA 20, is about the build-up. All right, it's very much about the build-up. So we had 2 options here. The blue option, less likely. The fake shot stop is more likely in terms of trying to win the ball back. Trying to recycle the play, and then try and make another scoring opportunity. He's got probably 2 passes here. One pass in this area here, one pass to this player, another pass here. He can either get a shot away, depending on where the defenders line up. But if he is on 2 or 3 depth, then they're going to get back quite quickly and then can get his shot away. But it's entirely up to him. But obviously, Simkin made another option to cut in, but obviously his defenders are getting back quite quickly. I'm not too sure. I think he's on pressure on heavy touch, but he's playing a very, very low depth. So he wins the ball back here with Del Piero. Oh, it's Del Piero he's got. Right. That's the icon. Wins the ball with Del Piero. That's a bit unlucky there. I think he should have released it a bit earlier. He's got to make up his mind with Del Piero. In this moment here, right? In this moment here, I know Del Piero is not going to beat the defender. All right? If he's going to run in this area here, if he's going to run in that direction, fine. But he's got to make up his mind, I am not going to beat that player. I'm not going to beat him. So what he's got to do is make the pass quite early. So here, what I'm noticing Simkin's not doing enough, right? What I'm noticing Simkin is not doing enough. This is very, very hard. Now, this is a very, very difficult area. This here is a bit of what you call an overload. All right, Simkin's in trouble. He's got his opponent is in a very, very good shape in terms of attacking wise. All right, nice little triangle pass here. Okay, what would you do as a defender when you're being overloaded like this? What's the best defensive thing for you to do if you're a defender? Cut out the pass. One thing I'm noticing with Simkin in terms of watching the player that he's controlling, he's not jockeying enough. He's moving around. He's moving up and down. He doesn't know whether to press the ball or whether to cut the pass or whether to stay in his position. You've got to make up your mind quite early. All right. Let's just take that back a frame or so, and I'm going to show you what he should have done in this area. What I would have done in this area. So Delpy's got the ball here. Takes a heavy touch. He's on the turn. Now he's grabbed Henderson. What he needs to do is jockey in this area here. Just to hold your ground here. He's got to set another centre mid in this position, just here, and he's got a CDM just here. Okay. So in these areas here, he's got to make up his mind. He's got to make up his mind. What I would have done in this moment here is grab Henderson. So he's I think Simkin's he's not too sure where he's going to make the pass. So let's take that back again. Sorry for the quality of the video, boys and girls. So what I would have done here is go and jockey, close down the angle just a little bit. What that's actually going to do. What I mean by closing the angle, go and jockey here, not too close, but just enough to close down the angle. Now, what that's going to do is create a space here, because you've moved your CDM out of position. But what that does, it applies a little bit of pressure to your player, to your opponent, excuse me, to make him play a bit quickly. Now, what that's going to do, again, if you see this circle here, it's actually going to create a bit of space. Then what he needs to do is very, very quickly, is to grab his other CDM here, I think which is Fred, and move Fred into this area here, just to try and cover the space. Okay, your player switching has to be, in FUT Champions, right? Your player switching has to be very, very quick and very, very fast. So he's indecisive about what he wants to do. He's moving around with Henderson. Again, he doesn't know what he's doing. Now, because Simkin's having a bit of difficulties, I don't know. I have to ask him what his player instructions are for his CDMs, because as he gets further into the gold region, I tell you something now, elite players are going to love being in this position here. They're going to be like, yes, bring out your defender. Bring him out, because I'm going to bait your defender. Now he has to pull out his defender because Fred and Henderson are in trouble. All right, he's pulling out his defender, and this is where your opponent could possibly go 1-0 up. So he holds out, players, he's out of position. Here he's going to get a shot away. Thankfully, his opponent took forever and a day to pull the shot off. Now, what I would have done if I was his opponent, right? So he pulled out his defender, beating him. Del Piero just watching. Nice little space in here. What I would have done is, again, if you're very, very fast, and I know I'm talking about what I would have done if I was the opponent, is fake shot, stop, fake shot, stop, and then you see this man right here at the top of the screen. Boom, because Simkin's going to close him down. All right, Simkin's going to close him down here, but I would have made a pass into this area and then tried to create another angle, either get the shot away to hit the near post, or to recycle the play. But Simkin thankfully recovered and managed to win the ball back. Again, got very, very lucky there. Very, very. Does he make a pass to the wing? He does. You have to make that first time. He does. Well done. Take your time. Take your time. Good. 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 Good, good, good. Well done, well done. Bernardo Silva's fault. It's something Simkin needs to do. Once he made the pass, bang, he's away. Now, if you notice that one thing Bernardo Silva does, he slows down. He's slowing down. He doesn't know what to do. And already now, someone's coming in to cover. What he needs to do is trigger the run. It's either he makes a nice little 1-2, bang, he's gone. What he needs to do in this moment here is to trigger the run. So use your left stick to point in this direction here. So wherever one Bissaka is, he needs to trigger his left stick. He needs to, well, I don't know what. I think it's for me it's LT. I think for most people it might be LT. Wherever you use to play a switch, I think that's what you got to do, and then point your left stick in this direction here to tell Bernardo Silva to continue running. Go, Bernardo, go. He's going to be in trouble because what he needs to look at is that Petit's here, and Petit is going to cover. So what he needs to do, as soon as Bernardo Silva gets the ball, he needs to play, but he needs to trigger that run first. And if you notice, Bernardo Silva kind of stopped, and he didn't know what to do going forward. So someone came in to cover, and then his opponent defended very, very well in that area, and he's away. Do you know what? Like I said, hindsight is a wonderful thing, isn't it? But like I said, Sane's got a bullet of a left foot. What I would have tried and done, again, Sane's on here. Look at little space. Look at the space here. I would have have a go. Look at this little space here, and obviously you got the two defenders in this position here. There's a nice little gap. There is a beautiful little gap here, and they're basically saying, "Have a go, Sane. Have a go. Get on his left peg and have a shot. Try and get a shot away. It will either keep make a save, it will go in, or hit one of the defenders. But try and have a go. I don't know how good Sane. I'm not used Sane this year. I don't know how good his finesse shots are. You could try a finesse, but just try a nice little power shot Do a little heel to heel if you have to, and then power shot into the back and try and get the shot away. Let me just see which. So he went inside. He went back in. He should have turned out. Open your body up a little bit here. Now, me as a defender, if this is me, right? If I'm Henderson, I'm talking real football here, right? And I'm going to press the ball. I am just going to show him down the line. Obviously, in FIFA, you can't show people down the line. You can't turn your body shape. But I will just try and jockey and slow him down. All right? Just go, try and close the angle, jockey a little bit. And then if he's making the pass, player switch to wherever that pass is. But what Simkin is not doing enough, and I think he needs to go in, and I think he needs to work on his jockeying a little bit, is, look, he's running, and he got completely done. No skill. There was no skill in that. That's just bad defending. There was no skill in what his opponent did. So Simkin's running into the space. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what that he's doing. And he got completely done. Makes a good tackle there, which is really, really good. Quite fortunate, if you ask me, because Henderson got done again. And his teammate sees Henderson as well. My goodness. Yeah, Simkin's not jockeying enough. He's not jockeying enough. This is, for me, Simkin's not playing like an elite player. Defensively, this is not elite. If you want to push that elite a little bit more easy, if you want to push elite more consistently, you got to defend like an elite player as well. He needs to. I think one thing Simkin needs to do a bit better is brush up on his defending, because you can't just run at them. Like, again, see here, he wants to close the angle down. Yeah, he's rushing at the player, but he's not speed jock. There is a defensive tactic which EA put into the game, which is called speed jockeying. All right, I'm going to do a tutorial on skill games I think people should do to brush up on a few. And I've mentioned in my previous videos, you've got to do, if there's something in your game, in your skill that you need to brush up on, go into the skill games and just spam that for about an hour. I've been saying that since the beginning of FIFA 20. Spam those skill games to build up the muscle memory. So Simkin is looking to just get the ball back, and he's looking to just press the ball. You've got a speed jockey. If you're going to do that, hold him there. Don't just go into him, but just close down the angle and just jockey and try and win the ball back. Because what he's going to do now, if I was playing against Simkin, I know he's going to run at me. I'm just going to pass the ball around him. This is not a good defensive tactic to just run at them. It's not very good. It's either you play drop back or let your AI do it, which I don't favour, or you press the ball but hold jockey at the same time. So the opponent just makes passes around him. He's making easy passes. Simkin's pulling his players out of position. Again, do not push out, bring out your defenders. I don't know what he's got. I don't know what mentality he's got. But if you just look at the shape of his team, if I was Simkin, until his defending gets better, I would try and get Sane and Bernardo Silva to come back and help out the defense. Because as far as I'm concerned, you've got. I'm just trying to identify his players now. You got Del Piero here. You got Fred here, and I believe that's Henderson there. I believe Del Piero is the cam, and Del Piero is having to move back into CDM position because look at where his two CDMs are. His two CDMs, I'll just highlight where they should be. His two CDMs should be here and here. You got to try and make sure they're protecting your back line. But they're actually in a completely, like I said, balance. Everything about your team shape is all about balance. It makes a pass around him. Now here, don't pull your player out of position. If I was Simkin, leave your fullback alone. Leave him alone. Don't touch him. All right. What Simkin should have done is grab one of these two and try and close the angle. Because what you've done now, you've just allowed him to make a pass in behind, back into the danger area, and then he's going to make a nice little pass in behind, and he's away into the box. Very, very good. Makes a quick, easy pass. It's not good on both sides. I'll be entirely honest with you. I think both of these two must be like, they're both sitting, I don't know, 5-1. Very good goal here. It's CR7. So he gets a shot away. Again, near post. Near post fence. This is absolutely a really good goal. Take nothing away from saying I've been telling what he's done wrong, what he's done right. This is actually a really, really good goal. It's a finesse shot near post. All right. Ideally, in football, one of the golden rules in terms of goalkeepers, right? When I've done goalkeeping training, one of the number one rules of goalkeepers guard your near post. Okay. So I'll let you guys in on a little trick that I do in depending on my opponent. That is something that I do when I haven't got the kickoff. As soon as my opponent kicks off, I put on a team press. I put on a team press to try and win the ball back, especially if they're being very possession. So if they're keeping the ball in defense, I lock in a team press for about maybe 5, 6, 7 seconds. Lock on team press, try and win the ball back. As soon as I get the ball, I take it off. All right, so he runs in with Del P. Let me just take that back again. Let me look. So he gets the ball with Del P. He's running. Del P's not the fastest of players. Again, trigger the run. So he's running with Del Piero. Tell Sane, listen, you're one of my fastest players. Sane, attack the space. Attack the space. Tell Leroy Sane, grab your left stick. Push it to the left. Trigger the run. Tell Leroy Sane to run into the space and then try and maybe, if you want to, play a pass in behind. What you can do, what's something I like to do as well, is tell Sane to run into the space. So I'm talking about running into this space just here. And then more than likely, he's going to grab his fullback or his defender and run with Leroy Sane. And that's going to, I'm not going to make the pass. I'm just going to keep the ball with Del Piero and move further into the space. All right. So if he's going to take his, if he's right here, we're going to call the video. We're going to call the video there. So thank you very much, Simkin, for the video. I hope you've taken notes from this in terms of what you need to do. Just a quick recap, my dude, and for anyone else watching as well, just a quick recap, especially if you're not defending. Go into some defensive skill games. There's like a piggy in the middle kind of thing. Work on that. There's like one where it's like a bar that's turning like this. Practice in that, because that's kind of replicating what you're doing when your opponent's got the ball and looking for a pass and how you can cut out the pass. Go into that. Attacking wise, there's shots. There's a time shooting skill game to go into practice shots. Go into maybe a skill game with Leroy Sane and try and practice shooting with it outside the foot and practice getting into your muscle memory defending as well. So that's our very first analysis that's come to me. And I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I hope if you have watched it, you've taken notes in terms of what you can do. If you quite feel that you're quite similar to this person's game style, then obviously take notes and see what you can improve. I will be bringing more analysis to the channel. And more breakdowns to improve people that come to me and want to improve. But if you do want to have your gameplay analysis, then you can follow me on my socials. All my socials is down below. My Discord is down below in the description, as well as my Twitter, my Twitch. The link to my Twitch is down below as well. And if you do like this content as well, guys, please make sure you drop a like on this video. It really does help me. And also as well, subscribe and put the bell on so you know exactly when this video does go live. So until then, I'll see you in the next upload. Peace.